Now, the trajectory of growth is actually, these numbers are a little different. So I've looked at my trajectory of growth, and the trajectory of growth is about 7% per month. Okay, originally we had it on track for about 10% a month, but we're going to go more conservative and say you're going to grow by 7% per month compounded. That's what we call compounded growth. Okay, so what that means, and there's a chart that I can share with you guys that will take this out. I think I take it out 10 years. So you could actually project that if you follow the plan and you have your 60, you can project how that thing's going to grow, because it becomes an organism. It starts growing all by itself. Now, you still have to feed it. You still have to nurture it. Okay. That means when you have a group of 100 agents, for example, or 200 agents, when you start growing that way, it's going to grow with or without you. It's not even going to take you continuing to be there to help it grow. But the reality is, if you really want it to grow the way it should, you're going to be there to nurture and, help it along. But it's leveraged. Okay, this is leveraged income. So you shouldn't even have to spend more than 4 to 6 hours a week, even after you built this whole thing up. Okay, now let's look at, so there's a chart there that I know most of you guys can't see unless you can click on the slides, that just shows you how compounded growth works. It's quite remarkable where you could be from 18 months all the way to 24 months and how this thing actually can grow. And you can see that based on my story, after about 18 months, I was generating $7,083, somewhere about $7,000 per month in revenue share. Okay. Now again, I put a disclaimer, an income disclaimer. So I'm not saying that this is what you're going to do. I'm just sharing with you what I've done. Okay. Now, after 24 months, that number went to about $12,000 a month. Okay. And it just continues to grow. And you can see the agent count continues to grow as well. Now, here's your $12,000 a month plan. This is what I call, because I think most people can retire on about $12,000 a month. Not everybody. Okay, it's going to take Uncle Knolly more than that to retire me, right? But for most people that I've talked to, they say, hey, if I'm making about 10 grand a month, or 12 grand a month without all the overhead, all the no staff, no expenses like that, then you could probably be okay. Okay, maybe you might move to Belize or whatever. Who knows? So the $12,000 a month plan looks like this. First, you survive. First, I want to say this. First, you survive, and then you thrive. So what I tell people is, this is a commitment. Okay, you got to tell yourself, and tell yourself this right now: I'm all in. Okay, say it again. I'm all in. Say this: I'm committed. I will do this. Okay, I will do this. I am doing this. Okay, so this is a commitment, and I tell people, a lot of people don't like the 4-letter word. I'm going to use a 4-letter word that a lot of people don't like. And I'm going to go ahead and say it right here on video, on the recording. The 4-letter word is work. W-O-R-K. A lot of people don't like it. They're like, Knolly, I don't want to do all that work. Well, guess what? If you don't do the work, you won't get the result. Let me say it again. If you don't do the work, you won't get the result. And as it's been said, you want to live like other people don't, right? So that later on you can live like other people can't, right? And so this is a commitment. If you will commit yourself for the next 24 months, the next 2 years, to just put your head down and do agent attraction on the side for, 4 or 6 hours a week, whatever you carve out, and just consistently do it, you're going to have results, in my opinion, for the rest of your life. Survive, and that's what I mean by survive and then thrive. Now, here's how to get there. I know some of you guys can't see these bullet points, so I'm going to read them out to you. This is what Mastin Kipp says: be willing to live a few years how most people won't, so that you can live the rest of your life how most people can't. Okay, you'll be looking back and saying, man, I'm so happy that I followed Uncle Knolly's advice and I did that 2-year run. Because this is what I did. I did a 2-year run of agent attraction, and it has paid off big time. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. I want you to continue selling houses, sell real estate. That's our bread and butter. And if you sell 12 homes at an average of commission of of about 350,000. That's going to get you about 12 grand a month. You know, you sell one home a month, and I've got a lot of training where I teach you how to, you know, sell houses. I was selling 10 to 12 homes a month, okay, and I'm talking about 12 a year, where you're basically saying, you know what, I'm going to focus, you know, more on agent attraction than I'm currently doing, but I'm going to make agent attraction my game. Some of you guys are like, man, agent attraction is going to be my game. Some of you are like, you know what, I'm just going to do it a little, I'm going to dabble in agent attraction. Either way is okay, it doesn't matter, okay? But if you really want to hit these numbers and hit it serious, it's like you basically put, you know, you put in your 24 months of work and you're set. Okay, that's what happened to me. Now, here's the system. I'm going to share this one more time. I know we talked about it. And this is just lead generation 101, okay? First, you generate the lead. I'm going to give you the 4-step process of lead generation in general. And then we're going to go back and fill in the gaps once again with the 4-step agent attraction system. Number one, you generate the lead. This is just attraction period. Any kind of lead generation. You generate the lead, you capture the lead, you incubate the lead, and then you convert the lead. Okay, it's a 4-step process. I teach it in my book. I have a book called Success with Listings, and this is all stuff that I teach with people how to have success in the listings game. It's no different, okay? When you get in listing appointments or agent appointments, same thing. You have to generate a lead, you know, a new agent lead, you capture it, you incubate it, and then you convert it. Now, how to do that is beyond the scope of this class. It's the reason why I wrote a 450-page book that breaks it down for you. 450 pages, okay? We can't cover that today, but suffice it to say that when you learn the system, super easy, okay? It makes it super easy for you to do. Now, we talked about the 4-step system. You guys can see it on this slide if you click the link. You make a big list, you reach out, you watch the model explained with them, and then you book them on a 3-way call. If you're not doing that system, okay, it's what Brent Gove teaches. If you're not doing that system, you're not having the success that you could have. Let me just say it that way. You're not having the success that you could have. I see a lot of you guys putting stuff in the chat, so I'm going to address some of those in a minute. So here's an overview. We're going to go right into the overview, and then I'm going to address some questions that you guys have. Here's how to do it. If you're taking notes, here's how to do it. Number one, focus on getting 60 frontline agents in the next 24 months. Okay, 60. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds ridiculous. But here's the reality. Many of us have done it. You can too. Okay, you don't have to. You just have to do the work. You don't have to have a big name or you don't have to do none of that. Okay. In fact, my number one agent attractor right now in our group currently is a guy named Mark Phillips. Okay, and Mark Phillips has, get this, he's never sold a house. Okay, he's never sold a house, but he's our number one attractor right now. He's just following the system that I've laid out. Now, you would need to have 2 3-way calls per week to do this. Okay, you need to take at least two people have to go through your entire process, your 4-step process, in order to have the success that I'm talking about. 2 people, okay, 2 people per week, okay, that you actually have to go through the process, 2 agents a week. And then to get 2 3-way calls per week, okay, you'll need to reach out to 2 agents a day. Okay, now this is where it's starting to sound like work for you guys. I get that. But you reach out to 2 agents a day. Now, what do I mean by reach out? Okay, make a big list is number one. Number 2 is reach out. Reach out is whatever it means to you. You can text them, you can email them, you can pick up the phone and call them. Okay, but you got to reach out to 2 agents a day. If you reach out to 2, well, not only that sounds hard. Well, I guarantee you that's what Brent Gove did. What Brent Gove did was he carved out Fridays, and he would spend 4 or 5 hours every Friday, and he's got the number one organization at eXp. Well, actually, I think he's in the top 3 Okay, who are we really counting? He's got like 13,000 agents, right? So he's done it. And what he told me, and he's told you guys the same thing if you watch his training, he said that he did this for 2 years and then he's never done it again. Okay, now obviously you've got to take care of your people, take care of your group. That's why we call this leveraged income. Okay, but the reality is he did it for 2 years. He spent 4 to 5 hours a week, and then he never did it again. His organization is 13,000 people. And it's not just because he got in early. We're all early. We only have 60,000 of a million agents that we're gonna have. Okay, so we're still way early in the game, way early in the game. Couple more things I wanna share is within 18 months, you should have an organization of 40 frontline agents, okay, and 100 in your organization. Okay, if you follow this plan that I'm giving you right now, you're gonna have, within the next 18 months, you're gonna have 40 in your front line. Actually, you should have 60 in your front line, but even if you have 40, that's okay too. It took me 8 months to get to 40, 8.5 months. I'm giving you 18, all right? So you can do this, super easy. And then within 24 months, you should have put in the work to retire within 24 months. Now, the thing is, guys, I want you to study this training, and I want you to study it a few times with the slides, okay? With the slides and the links that I'm gonna give you, because this really is the formula. It's what I did, and I'm just reverse engineering it for you, okay? Reverse engineering it for you. The other class that I talked about that you're gonna wanna go back and to fill in the gaps if you're a little bit weak on the agent attraction thing is the 9 laws of agent attraction, okay? The 9 laws of agent attraction. People have been raving about it. They really like that class. And that's where I get into the how, because you're like, well, Knolly, how do I reach out and what do I do and how do I build my confidence and what? That's not what this class is about. This class is really going through the numbers of how to do this. The other class kind of fills in those gaps for you. So you want to make sure, and we did post a link to that class as well.